can you trust God? Or do you trust yourself enough to trust God? Because sometimes it's not even him. Sometimes it's not even God. It's us. So do you trust yourself enough to trust God with the mission that he has on your life and what he's trying to fight for you and put it to effect in the spiritual realm to make it come to reality? Do you trust yourself? Delay on delivery is not a denial from God. Welcome to season 1, episode 2 of me promoting my faith-based brand shirts and me giving an opportunity for you and I to connect. I need us to connect. I need you to understand why I am going so hard for prophetic printing. I need you to see the will of God in me in the business that he blessed me with. So with prophetic printing, we promote wearing it on you until you get it in you. And I have 10 amazing designs. This is only one out of the 9 because this is what God led me to first. Today, we will be talking about not only the shirt itself, delay on delivery is not a denial from God, but also what's on the back as well. This is the only shirt so far that has a scripture on the back. I do want to eventually have a scripture on all of the shirts, but with this one, this is the only one, and my grandma blessed me with this scripture. I called her, I told her the topic, she gave me the scripture. So for it to be the first, the only, and my grandma slash pastor giving me this, I don't know, this one just got a special meaning to my heart. And the Bible verse that is on here is Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up like wings of eagles. They shall run and not get weary. They shall walk and not faint. And that's the KJV. So with Isaiah 40:31, let's take a moment to break it down a little. Let's have a little Bible study, shall we? I really want y'all to understand like what you're wearing on you so you can rock it more boldly and comprehend and see how delay on delivery flows so well with it. I do have my study Bible here. And Isaiah 40:31 says, only those who trust God's perspective on their situations will run and not become weary, as God provides a second wind to make it through challenges. Only those who believe his word and submit to it can expect to experience his spiritual power for daily life. For you will walk and not faint as God changes you, whether or not he changes your situation. That last sentence right there. You will walk and not faint as God changes you, whether or not he changes your situation. So as far as with that, I'm on a prayer call with my grandma, and they've been talking about a lot how sometimes God leave that thorn on your side as a reminder. And a lot of times he don't change your situation, he changes you. So with Isaiah 40:31 saying, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, you have to wait on God so he can renew your strength. You have to wait on God and trust that while you waiting on him, you are making the best decision. You know that God will have your best interest at heart, and that whatever he's doing and whatever he have you waiting on is for your greater good. Like I spoke on my last episode, when you're waiting, he's just trying to protect you, make sure you're fully ready for what you're asking for, trying to get those people that are not meant to be in your circle out of it, and molding you and shaping you into becoming who he knew you were always meant to be. So you have to wait on the Lord so he can renew you. Then it goes to say, they shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. You have to run and not get weary of God. You can't get weary of the walk that you have to go through with him. Just because you're becoming close to him, just because you're a Christian, just because you decided to become new in God, doesn't mean, I spoke about this before, that everything will be peaches and cream. It's not how it works. Following God, you will be tested. The enemy will come and attack you harder to get you back in the palm of his hands. Do you believe in God? Do you have a strong enough relationship to wait? To understand the delay? To understand the meaning and the calling that you have on your life? To understand the different attacks and the people that would try to attach themselves to you? Do you know to have the spirit of discernment? Stuff like that. Them little small steps that we try to skip are the main steps that we need to know so we can maintain whatever we're blessed with. So don't let the delay on delivery make you think that you're not good enough, that God is trying to deny you, that you are not worthy of it. Because the enemy will try to come into your mind and make you feel like, oh yeah, you ain't get it yet. It ain't meant for you. You don't did too much wrong. He wants you to think like, oh, God ain't gonna come and rescue you. Yeah, he ain't gonna come like you think he is. But listen to me when I say this. He is even going to use people that you're close to bring you down. They won't even know that they're being used to bring you down. They will say stuff like, you sure you want to do this? You ain't making no money. Your little business. You sure you want to go back to school? Ain't you old? You sure you want to buy a house? Don't you barely work and paying the bills you got now? They will say little things like that, saying, oh, I'm just asking because I want the best for you. When really, they're being used and not knowing it. But you need to be close with God to understand that even while they're being used and even while they're saying what they're saying, you are rebuking it and not accepting what's being said. The enemy wants you to think that God doesn't love you, when indeed he loves you. You are his child. And if you are a parent, you got a niece, you are a dog parent, whatever, you know how much the little ones mean to you. Me as a parent, I know how much my kids mean to me and how I want the best for them, even when they don't want to do exactly what I'm asking them to do to protect them or to make sure they don't get hurt. God is the same way with us.